But good news, Patriots fans. Justin Reed, ESPN, new mock draft. Cam Ward, Shadur Sanders, Abdul Carter go in the top 3. That means Travis Hunter, Colorado buff-kissing wide receiver cornerback, lands in New England, and you get a combination, apparently, of Tyreek Hill and Randy Moss. If that, I don't actually love the Travis Hunter pick at number 4, if we're being honest. But if he's legit, if Dan Orlovsky's right, Fitzy, and he's a combination of Travis Hunter and Randy Moss, then yeah, I'll take him at 4.
Yeah, there has been a ton of post-combine Travis Hunter to the Patriots. The latest, I think, let's see, was it Armin Membu, the guy for the giant offensive lineman who tested through the roof of the combine? He went in Lance Zierlein's second one for NFL.com, but Fox came out with one today, Travis Hunter. ESPN loving up on Travis Hunter. Way more than Peter Schrager loved up on Travis Hunter to the Patriots. Way more people recently have been sending Travis Hunter the way of the New England Patriots. And I think we had all righted ourselves, Andy, on the idea of either it's going to be a big guy on defense who gets after the quarterback, or it's going to be a big guy on the other side that protects against those guys who try to get the quarterback.
And then we have the question, what is he? As they just brought up, is he the greatest wide receiver ever? He's at the combine as a cornerback. Can he play cornerback and then have Mike Tannenbaum's 15 plays on offense? I don't know where I fall on that, quite honestly. And I don't even know, what is that process like, Ted? So if you bring Travis Hunter in, do you have to declare right away? I mean, not have to. I know you don't have to. But would Vrabel want to? Would he, so they arrive, it's the week after the draft, right? Rookie minicamp or whatever, that next weekend. You come in, you hand him a playbook. What does Travis Hunter's playbook look like? What group does he hang out with when you go out for your first reps on the practice field? Where's he going first?
Doesn't it feel like it'd be offense? Considering
for the Patriots, I feel like yes.
Now you have your number one. You've been wanting to get T. Higgins here. Here's your T. Higgins. Why would that's clearly the number one need? And so to me, is as awesome as it would be to have Christian Gonzalez and Travis Hunter at your cornerback positions. I would flip it. I would have him, Travis Hunter, predominantly be a wide receiver, and in certain maybe third down, high leverage situations, have him play defense.
Mm-hmm.
Man to man or cover 2. It's not like he needs like a ton of reps at it, right? Like Ty Law used to just say, Ted, is it man to man or cover 2? That's all he'd want to know. And so you keep it simple for him from that standpoint. But then I feel like I heard, again, the Patriots, they don't shut up, Andy.
That is true.
I don't know where did I feel like I heard this somewhere, that someone in the Patriots organization feels that Travis Hunter is the best wide receiver in the draft and the best cornerback in the NFL draft. Have anybody heard that?
When it
comes to their feelings on him as a player?
Not only, yes, there's that, then there's also been the fact that multiple teams believe that. That multiple teams believe, no, he's the best wide receiver in the draft, or he's the best corner. Like Kansas City might think he's the best wide receiver in the draft. Tennessee thinks he's the best corner in the draft. So different organizations with high-level personnel evaluators see him, and this is where it ties into the Mark Daniels Mass Live report that the Patriots are just going to draft best player available. Well, if you draft best player available, pretty sure you're taking Travis Hunter there, right? Isn't he the best player?
Oh, yes. If he's available, absolutely.
But the flip side
one of 2 blue chips, correct, Andy?
Well,
keep going.
Theoretically, but the flip side of that is, so when people say best player available, the other option is fill a need, right? But when you draft the best player available, you're not sure what need he fills, right? Because of the versatility, because he could fill 2 needs, 1 need, and I do think there is a fair question. I always defer to the ex-athlete in the room.
Okay, you do? Okay.
I don't always, but when it suits my argument, I do.
Okay.
You want him to develop as best as possible, right?
Correct.
And isn't there going to be an immense challenge, pressure that he accepted at Colorado and nailed the hell out of?
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean he's going to nail the hell out of it in the NFL.
So don't draft him.
No, that's not.
Oh, okay.
My point is his versatility.
You know what I mean, Fitzy.
His versatility.
That's such a grumpy dad response.
This is because it's a Buffalo we're talking about.
This is amazing.
Listen.
Make an argument against Travis Hunter, but go ahead.
No.
Andy, is this your version of deferring to the athlete in the room?
Well, I'm trying to, but he's getting all defensive about his buff. No, my
Looking forward to
question.
you getting there.
Don't you think if they let's just say they make him a wide receiver primarily first, because that's their biggest need.
Oh, love it.
Okay. and then we watch a preseason game, and he has 0 catches, 0 yards, 4 drops. How long till people are saying,
Fire Vrabel?
maybe he should be a cornerback?
Yeah, I don't know. You
Keep doing the Andy Hart thing, and I continue to say I don't like it when it's
How do you like it when you gets weaponized against you, huh?
No, but don't you think there's that immediate question will be, oh, you put him at the wrong position. He's at wide receiver, should be, or you put him at corner, he gets beat in the first preseason game.
Yep.
Maybe he should be a wide receiver.
That would be the absolute automatic response from everybody.
Right.
Would be that. Yep.
And that's a challenge that he faces uniquely, right? If you're a wide receiver, Javon Baker, you sucked. But everybody just says, you got to figure out how to run routes. You got to figure out how to catch the ball. You got to, work harder in the playbook. When you draft Travis Hunter and you play him somewhere, there's this weird other option, story, narrative that's going to be, we'll be spewing it.
Which will be amazing to cover and talk about.
Yes.
Can you imagine talking about someone that literally plays both ways at a high level?
He's the most interesting option for us as a show.
He's probably the most interesting kind of candidate to come out
As
in a long
fan
time.
base.
Right? I mean, just this guy comes to your team, you'll just have so much content to talk about.
And
because you can second guess why they didn't play him here. Why wasn't he in the game here? He should have been covering so-and-so. Why
Correct.
wouldn't you put him? It's like it leads to so many fascinating discussions. It's not even
or
crazy.
even your view. So in your world where he plays wide receiver and he's got packages on defense, well, why didn't you use him in this situation? What were you saving it? It's like a timeout. You were saving it for the fourth. No, put him out there. The game was on the high leverage situation. You needed him, and you lost the game because you didn't put him on the. There's a million of those.
And then not even only that, just can someone do it? No one's ever done it. No one's ever played both positions like the majority of the snaps on both sides of the ball.
Do you believe he can?
I've never seen it done. I
didn't ask you that. I said, do you believe he can? You're buff.
I don't think he can. I think the NFL is just too hard, I think.
And so he needs to pick a lane.
I not only he needs to pick a lane, I just think they need to be subjective in when he plays, how they play him, strategic in how they put him out there.
Yeah. See, that's where I think he's a blue chip athlete, Fitzy. No one would argue
No
that.
doubt.
But because of his versatility, he actually brings a different potential level of criticism that adds a challenge. And also just to the team that drafts him, how are you using him? If I draft Ashton Genty, Fitzy, there's no question. I know how I use him.
You put him at safety.
I'm pretty sure I hand him the ball and say, you run fast far, right? Very simple. Keep it simple. But with Travis Hunter, who we all lust after because of the athleticism, I just think there's that. It's almost like if he was a ambidextrous pitcher. Remember Greg Harris? Remember he had the dual glove and he could pitch from both? It's like, well, he throws a better curveball with his left arm, but he throws more heat with his right arm. It just adds a layer of that we don't normally have to.
Are you kidding me? And it would be fun as hell to talk about.
Oh, for us. But I don't know if it's fun for a manager when you go through struggles and when people have things to pick at because of the struggles. I want it. Don't get me wrong. From a show perspective, I think Travis Hunter is the biggest home run we could possibly have.
Can we flesh out something you said? You said right at the very beginning of the segment.
My words against me.
I'm going to see if I can here.
Care for this.
You talked about the Patriots reportedly want the best player available, right?
Yes.
Okay. If Travis Hunter's off the board and Abdul Carter's off the board,
yeah,
who's the next guy that you think is the best available player for the Patriots at that time?
Truly best available player.
Best available player.
I think the guys that are in consideration are your guy.
Who?
Tyler Warren, the tight end. I think.
Thank you.
Ashton Genty, the running back.
Okay, yep.
I think he's in the conversation.
Those two.
Home run.
That's it.
And that might be it.
So if you go by that logic, by best available player, Travis Hunter, Abdul Carter are already off the board, then you're looking at players like
Ashton Genty.
And you're looking at players like Tyler Warren. That's all. I just want people to understand that.
Okay, what has a better track record? Overdrafted tight ends or overdrafted running backs?
Better track record.
I'd say
that's
tight
a
ends.
good one.
I'd say running backs because the running back today, who was celebrating one of the greatest seasons in the history of the world, just signed a massive contract with the Philadelphia Eagles after going number 2 overall
That's
to the
one
Giants.
Example. Kajana Carter was in my draft class, number 1 overall.
That didn't go great. Not great.
Yeah. So
Yeah, but what tight end that was taken in the top 12 picks? I can't even think of many.
No, there's been
really
a lot of
not a lot of
disappointments.
first-round tight ends, period. Are there, guys?
We did this one day. You and Ted, I think you and I did this during a break. Like the Vernon Davis with the Niners went 4 overall. never really lived up to it. T.J. Hawkinson's a good tight end. He went 8, I think.
He's really good.
What's his name in Atlanta? People are still waiting for him to break out. Pitts.
Yeah.
Kyle Pitts.
Yeah.
The 5-year overnight sensation. Yeah.
Right, and that's what I don't want. And that's my other theory, Ted. That's a little bit of an issue here, and I don't know if you agree with this. Seems like tight ends. Now, there's one you can throw right back in my face. But for a while, tight ends took a year or two to develop. The Cole Kmets, even T.J. Hawkinson took a little bit. Now, I feel like Laporta and Bowers have broken that mold.
Yes, and I think I don't think it takes as long. I don't think it'll take as long as you think. And they have a hell of a lot longer career spans than running backs do. So
yes.
They might get off to sore starts, but they're going to be around a lot longer than running backs will be.
Yeah, there's some truth to that. But that is an interesting question. If we're looking at best player available, which apparently is how they want to handle their offseason, handle their draft. It was a little misreported while we get this in here quick. So Mark Daniels wrote that last year after Drake May, they drafted for need, and because of that may have not drafted as well as they could have.
They didn't BPA. They didn't do what fans have been begging the Patriots to do for years, turn on Yahoo Auto Draft and just take whoever's the best player at that moment.
But I don't understand why he eliminated Drake May. To me, they took the best player available and a need. They needed a quarterback.
Oh,
their biggest need was quarterback.
But after that, they screwed themselves.
No, I know, but why was he dividing it? I would just argue that last year they drafted for need. Every single pick. They needed a quarterback, they took one. They needed a wide receiver, they took one. They needed an offensive lineman, they took one. Oh, they need another wide receiver, they took one. Last year was a need-based draft from top to bottom. The only problem is only the first one looks like you filled a need.
I think the need-based draft puts you in situations where you make bad decisions,
especially when you stink.
Yeah.
If you're Bill Belichick,
it gets compounded.
Right. If you're Bill Belichick and you need a Ty Warren, that's all I need. I need this specific thing. You can figure it out. But if you need 12 positions, they need everything. We just talked about it. They need everything.
So it's not a need-based draft. Then.
No, this should absolutely be best player available. Although I go back to it didn't work out for the Giants. They took the best player available, Saquon Barkley. If you remember, the old GM was like, you don't pass on a Hall of Famer. And he didn't pass on a Hall of Famer. His replacement let the Hall of Famer go. Yeah. He won the Super Bowl. The Giants never really succeeded.
It's not on Saquon Barkley. The Giants didn't know how to use him. So
and they also blew other first-round picks. They used them on linemen that never panned out. Quarterback that never panned out. They wasted other picks. So I'm with you. I would absolutely take the best player available in this draft. We do need to get to the Hard Knocks story. Hard Knocks was supposedly going to be following around the University of North Carolina. Right up until it seems from afar, Mike Florio wrote about this on Pro Football Talk. People in the NFL didn't love the idea of NFL films promoting college football. And I think that was because one person in particular.
Oh, yeah? Who's that?
Could it rhyme with Robert Kraft? I mean, we gotta
teach you how to play this rhymes with game.
Yeah, I'm not great at it. So he reportedly, if you believe the stories, maybe had said some things to the Atlanta Falcons that may have hindered Bill Belichick's ability to get that job. I think he's struck again. I think Robert Kraft caught wind.
On. That would suck for Belichick and the league and us football fans because we were all excited to watch this, Andy.
I agree, but I also don't totally disagree with Robert. It's NFL films. It's not college football films. It's not Bill Belichick films, even though he thinks it is. He thinks he runs Ken Rodgers and can tell Ken Rodgers, hey, come down and do a documentary on me. Hey, come down and do a documentary on Josh. Make him look smart this time. Hey, come do something on Ernie. Make him look smart this time. I think Robert caught wind of that and was like, wait a minute. You work for us. This is NFL films. We are NFL, and we know Robert has been very influential over the years with the broadcast committees and the TV and the media arm. Ted, am I off base, or do you think there's a chance that Robert Kraft squashed this?
I think there's definitely a chance. I bet I could see other owners too, squashing it. So, but who maybe spearheaded it? Absolutely, it would have. I'm sure it was probably Robert Kraft.
And are you disappointed?
But it's just so random. Like these guys they show up for Brady's thing. They're doing shots together at Brady's roast, right? They're they're having post-season press conferences together. It's cool.
You ever seen Gladiator?
Yeah, I've seen Gladiator.
When he hugs him?
Yeah.
What does he do?
He stabs him.
Snaps it off in his back.
That's fair.
How
We
about
put on
over the
shows
weekend?
for the public.
Yeah.
The meme of John Cena hugging Cody Rhodes before he turns around and kicks him right in the old hairy hockey stick.
But be careful.
But you can see how this. If I'm an owner and I'm looking at like, what? This guy's been bad-mouthing our league. His Mike Lombardi, as Mike Florio says in his article about it, his consigliere, Mike Lombardi, he's basically everybody in the NFL. He's inching towards persona non grata in the NFL as far as NFL owners are concerned. So the NFL owners, and it doesn't just say Robert Kraft, NFL owners are picking up what Belichick and Lombardi are putting down over there. It's not just the Patriots owner, which it probably was spearheaded by Robert Kraft, but it's a lot of the owners are not happy with that. It doesn't make any sense. But Ken Rogers, the guy that runs the Hard Knocks, is basically doing whatever Bill wants. It sounds like when I'm reading from these articles.
Oh yeah, yeah. He and Bill are tight.
They're very tight.
Bill has given him great access. He trusts him. I think Bill leaned on him in his year off in terms of media opportunities and a lot of things at NFL Films. I think Bill very much tapped into that Ken Rogers pipeline. But
Bill's no dummy.
I also think this is funny. This is something Bill would do, don't you think? If the shoe was on the other foot and Bill could cancel something Robert wanted to do, Bill would cancel it.
They're
having a
petty.
little contest.
I don't know who's pettier. I think
What kind of contest is that again? It's called
a petty contest. That's all it is. It's just a petty
what's
contest.
interesting, too? I'm reading this Florida article. He took something out of it. I bet you he got a call because he insinuated that Jordan is kind of leading Bill Belichick. She's influencing some of these decisions that Bill's making in TV.
I would assume.
He implied that when I read the article before the show.
Yeah.
It is not in the article right now.
Oh. Mike Florio has had his work edited?
Oh, yeah.
And he's the only editor?
I guarantee
What?
you. Yeah,
You think he got a call from a powerful
I think
person?
so. I bet you Bill had someone call him. And so he took it down. That's my guess.
Interesting. Bill Belichick, a little sensitive to certain realities, little truths that are in his life that people are assuming, presuming, and writing about?
That's fascinating to me. I mean, I can't imagine there's another. Yeah, this is the article I read earlier today. They changed it. They took that part out.
Well,
he made reference to he has men and, in parentheses, female advising him.
And that's been removed?
And that's been removed. Correct.
A good catch by you, Ted Johnson.
I'm like, where's that part? I wanted to read it, and I couldn't find it. So that's
interesting.
They do that all the time. I can speak for.
I will say, Stiz, I am disappointed. I would have watched it. I would have seen what was going on down there. I might have mocked it. You would have loved it. You would have bowed down. Whatever
Clearly
it is.
they don't like ratings. Cool.
Well done.
Clicks and interest are highly overrated.
No wonder
understand
NFL
that.
media is failing.
But you guys understand. It's almost like it's so obvious. I mean, an NFL-owned platform can't be doing a Hard Knocks on a college team. Like, it's insane. It was insane when it came out.
But
So
to be
surprised.
Fair, it's not so far out of the realm.
Right,
of,
and
You don't think?
they really
No,
are
not
their minor
really.
league. So it's no different than Nesson when the Red Sox aren't on. They broadcast the Woo Sox games. So NFL, they're tied in. Like, they're not NFL players yet in the combine, and like that's their minor league pipeline of talent. So I agree with you. It's on one sense, like it's NFL films. It's not NCAA films, but they are kind of their minor league. They do lean on them, and they want their stars to be their future stars. So there's a little bit of a tie-in.
And it's Bill Belichick, one of the greatest NFL coaches of all time.
Boy,
All right,
Stiz.
Stiz, you
Attaboy,
got it in at the end.
Stiz.